need to be a bad person to get girls. I got exactly zero pussy being a nice guy, but that all changed once I embodied these 3 dark traits. You need to be a narcissist to get girls. I want you to think of the guys who have the most success with girls. What do they all have in common? Well, they're usually good looking, they got a great physique, and they're rich. So why are these things important? Well, these are gonna help you with your first impression. If you can't attract girls in the first place, you're gonna struggle to get them at all. So the more you focus on yourself, improving in all these different aspects between your looks, your health, your physique, your money, this is gonna really help you attract girls and get your foot in the door in the first place. I want you to think of 2 guys. One of them, let's call him Guy A, he spends a lot of time focusing on himself between his health and fitness, being in the gym, eating right, spending time doing all these things with his business, working nonstop to grow it, always getting nice new things for his style, making sure he's got a clean shave, a fresh haircut every couple weeks, versus Guy B, who doesn't care about how the world sees him in the public, how he looks in the public eye, and he doesn't really care about, his beard. He'll sometimes grow it out, his hair, it looks kind of bad, he just wears regular clothes, he's out of shape. Which guy do you think is gonna have an easier time attracting girls? It's obviously gonna be Guy A, the one who prioritizes himself and is selfish in order to really make sure that he's maxing out all his stats across the board. The Guy B, who doesn't really care about how the public sees him and how he looks and how he dresses and the way he takes care of his body, is gonna get less respect and less attention from girls. That is the raw reality of it. So the more selfish you are in terms of prioritizing yourself in all the key areas, and it doesn't even have to be a negative thing, honestly. A lot of these things are self-care and things that you should be doing either way, like going to the gym, eating healthy, working on your business, making sure that you're maxing out all the stats across the board, really just taking care of yourself and being the most presentable, best version of yourself as a whole is gonna really allow you to get your foot in the door and attract girls in the first place. So if you're not constantly thinking of yourself in the forefront of your mind on how you can constantly improve and be better, then you are missing out massively on getting girls. Even if you have the looks and the success, hell, you could be the most handsome man in the world, but without this next trait, you're still gonna struggle to get girls. And let me tell you a story about it. So I was recently just in Sweden. I was at this pregame and there was a bunch of new people there who I'd never met before. And one of the guys who I met, he was a very good looking guy. He was about 6'2", blonde hair, blue eyes, good physique. And I was thinking this dude probably pulled with ease. Yet once we started talking, he was telling me that he was scared to talk to girls, he lacked confidence, he was scared of being rejected, and he would only get girls if they really threw themselves at him first. And I was thinking, what a waste of potential. Because when I go out to Sweden, I'll give you another story. I go to this neighboring city sometimes to meet girls. It's about an hour train ride from where I live. And I'll go there by myself. So at this one particular night, I found myself in a conversation with a bunch of guys sitting at a table. And across the way, a couple of tables down, I see some girls over there. One of them was really pretty and she glanced at me and we made eye contact. The second I got that cue, I took my drink, stood up, walked over there, pulled up a chair to their table, sat down, reached my hand across the table and introduced myself to the girl that I liked, making very strong eye contact with her the entire time. Of course, then after I introduced myself to the one I wanted to make it very obvious I was interested in, I said hi to the rest of the girls. We all started talking, more focusing on that one in particular. And then her friends got up and left. And we had a bunch of time for us to sit next to each other and then really just get to chatting, holding really strong eye contact to the point where she pushed my jaw away. She was like, you're stealing my soul. You're looking so deep into my eyes. And we were just having a really great conversation. And that's how I operate. So this next key trait is gonna be manipulation. You need to understand human psychology and you need to leverage it to the highest degree possible. See, you can be, successful and have all the looks and have your stats maxed out to the fullest degree, but if you don't actually go out and apply them in the real world, and this is gonna be through communication, through going and demonstrating courage, going out talking to girls, and doing all of these things, you're really going to struggle. The key areas that you're gonna want to focus on is gonna be confidence, being very assertive, eye contact, holding eye contact to a strong degree, really showing that you are confident within yourself. That's one of the things that confident people, they don't have an issue with, is looking someone dead in the eyes. If you're not confident, one of the key signs is that you're gonna look down and away towards the ground. That's the common thing of shame. So if you can just hold strong eye contact, this is gonna help you 10x, just that one simple trick. Another thing is gonna be body language. How do you present yourself? Are your shoulders back? Is your chest out? Is your head raised high? You're not looking down towards the ground like we just mentioned before. You walk over to someone confidently, grab a chair, pull it up, sit down. These are the little things that take you from your fully maxed out character that can maybe be a 6 to a 10 out of 10. It's all gonna come down to understanding the human psychology and then really applying it to the highest degree possible. So that's all it comes down to, is one, understanding it, two, applying all the knowledge you have and actually executing on it, because knowledge without real life application is pretty much useless. So you can read all these books on psychology, on sales, on manipulation, but if you don't actually go out there and apply it in the real world, it is basically useless. And that is gonna be the key to leveraging communication to the highest degree to have the most success with girls. And finally, you need to have cutthroat competitiveness. You need to be willing to win at all costs. This is going to be the key to getting girls. If you are a competitive male, you are going to destroy the guys who are scared to go out and talk to girls or scared to get rejected or whatever it is. If you're truly competitive, you're going to do whatever it takes to win. You're going to learn, you're going to be, first of all, improving yourself to the degree where you're attracting girls. You're going to be learning about communication and leveraging it to be as successful as possible. And then third, you're gonna be willing to do whatever it takes in these situations to win. Like I said, I will go out there and go up to a city alone, knowing nobody in a foreign country, to go and talk to every single girl I see. If I get rejected, I do not care. I'll go on to the next pretty girl and have a conversation with them. If I get a girl who is interested in me, you better believe I'm executing on that shit and I'm closing. I get very, very competitive, especially once I get that lead, that girl who's into me that I can tell. Over time, you start developing the sense with the eye contact, the body language, her receptivity. All these things are gonna be very key into, if she's actually with it. And once I pick up on these things, I'm closing that deal. I am so competitive when it comes to getting girls. I light up. I'm truly the best version of myself when I'm in that mode, in that environment, and that's when I have the most fun. So if you think anything is gonna get in my way, if you think a rejection is gonna get in my way, nothing is gonna stop me from getting the girl, especially not some other lame ass dude. And this is where competitiveness comes in. It needs to be in every aspect of your life. One, from building your value from the start, being able to attract girls in the first place, working on yourself, making sure that you're viewed in a way that's attractive in the public's eye, right? Making sure you take care of your style, clean shave, good haircut. All these things are very important. The second thing is gonna be learning communication, taking the time to actually get good at communicating and really understanding all the key nonverbal communication, all these little things that add up so that you can be very socially in tune and have great conversations and take things further with a girl. And then lastly needs to be the raw execution of all these things in a competitive manner. If I went out and got rejected one time and then was like, I guess girls don't like me because I got rejected. Nah, man, that's not gonna lead to any sort of success. You gotta just let that shit bounce off you and go on to the next and the next and the next. A true winner doesn't care how many times it takes, they will succeed. If it takes 10 rejections to get that one success, that's what it is. Who cares? A competitive male does not give a fuck. And this is the last thing that you need to develop, is that cutthroat competitiveness to encompass all the traits and really seal them together so that you can have the success that you want. And this is also gonna tie into retaining girls. Because if you don't have competitiveness, girls you might be able to get them if you're attractive. You might be able to have them for a little bit if you're good with communication, you're a little manipulative. You can actually have them for a little bit. But one of the things that's gonna really make you lose girls over the long run is not being competitive. Girls wanna be with the best potential mate that's gonna ensure their success, right? With being able to have kids and reproduce and have a successful family biologically. So if you're getting lazy playing video games now that you got a hot girl, if you're not taking care of yourself, you stop going to the gym, these are all gonna really turn her off deep down. It's gonna be subconscious. She's just gonna start losing attraction for you slowly and slowly. And these are really gonna, make you just have less success with girls in the long run overall too. If you're constantly getting a girl, slacking on your self-improvement, getting a girl, you're not making real progress, becoming the best version of yourself. It's gonna be a serious detriment. So you need to be constantly competitive with all the other guys. There's some guy out there, whilst you're playing those video games, watching TV, skipping the gym, that's out there training hard, working on his business, working on his appearance to get the girl that you now have that you're gonna lose because he's becoming a better man. That is the true nature and reality of the world. So if you want to really succeed with girls in the long run, you need to be an ultra competitive man, and that is the last key to wrap it all up. So if this video provides you with any value, go ahead and subscribe to this channel, where I'm going to be teaching you how to life max and become the ultimate man in every single aspect so you can pull those baddies that you want. All right, that's all for this video. Have a great day, everyone.